because they're running Tracer like the whole time, I think. And I watched it once, and
So that's
they did a pretty decent
that's
job with
Orbit,
that.
right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, here you wouldn't want to peek at all. Just hang out on the side, or even like down below. She also needs to pay more attention to Ana. Because
Yeah, as
you
a
don't want
Mercy, you need to stick with his second trio most of the time.
you don't want
You
them
need
to
to
like
be aware
ever
of it.
have to nade themselves. Okay, I saw this part here too. Going for this res is fine. The Sigma's just dumb and gets double headshot because he's not shielding. So that's not really your fault, but don't peek this at all. There's a Widow up there. You just saw them kill the Sigma. You should know that they're going to be there. Again, blue beaming, but you don't have to
He
be
needs
in the
to
window.
stop peeking.
Yeah, just like play, down here. Just stay right there. The beam reaches. Don't need to peek. Yeah, they kind of steamroll the first 2 points, so there's not a ton to talk about.
Can't like really judge since it's a quick play.
Yeah, that too.
What I don't like about him is he jumps a lot. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like a bad habit, but I like
Yeah,
that he's
especially against
jumping,
an
but he's not
enemy
standing still.
Mercy. Or not Mercy, enemy Widow. You don't want to be jumping. Okay, Valk. I probably would have done it a bit sooner. There were a couple of people that would crit. Probably didn't need Nano, but not your decision. Or Bomb. Like this fight's already won. Still play back here. They have that Widow. Yeah. And then they get held pretty hard here, third point.
That's good.
I'd be blue beaming the Diva for sure here. Need to get back. Because otherwise you're just wasting time being 5v6. Especially if they die here, then you have to wait even longer. So. That's very risky, GA there. Just flying across their whole team twice. I would Valk this. Valk is good against Coalescence, especially when they're trying to DPS with it. You can out heal it 100%. I'd back up now if they're rallying in. Go around the corner. Just jiggle peek, like grab your beam on the Diva there and then back up. Because you can stay around a wall for like 2 seconds or whatever. Diva's still 1 HP.
But
yeah.
can you go back to the moment where
Sure.
he ended up with finishing his ultimate?
The end of the Valk.
Closely, yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's like right here,
hold
or
on.
do you want it to still be in the Valk?
A bit back
Okay.
at the end of the book.
All right, and just ended right there.
Alright, you can pause it.
Sure.
So, Orbit, when you playing Mercies, like when you use your Valk, and pretty much when you guarantee a win team fight, you want to damage boost your team always. Why? Because first your team is gonna be a bit need healing, which can charge your ultimate.
So like in the
Also,
Valk, you're saying, just keep it on blue beam.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, and also I see you looking like back and forth. You know what I mean? I mean that's fine, but if you wanna like play closely, like try to look out for the tanks because tanks without shields are like pretty much nothing, right? So mostly try to look out for the tanks. Your Anna's safe because she was back in the payload, right? Uh, you need to look out for who's the most person is gonna get damaged. Most likely is gonna get damaged. That's the person you need to pocket, right? And yeah, like I see, like looking back, looking forward, sometimes you're missing a lot, especially for the Sig and Diva. And when you like you didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? I hope my voice was clear in there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's something a lot of people don't think about. Like, so like if you're up 1 or 2 in Valk, just don't heal them. Just keep blue beam, because then you can build your ult faster. Like right after it's up,
Exactly.
over, and then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't thought about that really. It's a good point there. And yeah, keeping Diva in armor will help her a lot. Be way more survivable. So yeah, again, as I was saying, back up here around the corner, but heal your Diva. You can connect and then just pull around the corner. Because right now she's shattered, 1 HP, not getting any help. Somehow makes it out though. I like not going for Reser, since you're down 2. Resing, that was a risky spot, and it'll like get them down 1, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're not going to win that fight either way. Help your Sig. Oh.
So it's unfortunate for him.
That was a good res because he got 2 kills, so it's pretty safe. Yeah, heal squishies and flux right away. Always be looking for another sport or DPS to heal. Because the lift itself does 50 and then oh, this is very risky, especially into a brig right there. Yeah. Yeah, Flux does 50 damage plus 100 for slam on DPS, so it almost kills them. Gotta heal them right away. Yeah, G out, falls on you. Should have played around the corner so you don't take that slam. Help your Ana. You don't need to blue beam dragons, so it doesn't do anything. Pay more attention to your DPS cooldowns too. Like, whenever your Hanzo's using Stormbow, you want to be blue beaming him.
Wait, did the Fox get canceled?
The Echo one, yeah, I think they're clone right now.
No.
Probably could have helped that diva there. Blue beam the diva here to get back again. Sigma's half though. Just kind of forgot about him. There you go. Help your diva. Good Valkyries, yeah. There you go. Tanks need help.
Yeah, he plays way too safe when it's not necessary.
Mm. Especially with the Ana playing safe also. Like, doing alright keeping the Ana up, but they aren't playing at angles that can really help the tanks that much. Like, this diva's constantly out of mech, I feel like.
Look at like Sigma like trying to pressure. It's like all alone, you know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, around the corner, but then you're playing like way back. They could have like played in the mega room or something where they can see both the back line and the front line. Look, right now the Sigma's all the way in.
We don't have any like sniper anymore, so there's like not much like a one-shot risk.
True. Blue beam when they're antied. Don't get be healing. That's risky res.
There you go, fucky.
Like, I feel like they're not paying attention to cooldowns for reses too. Like, even just looking to see if Elysia was there or something, they can boop you out of it. Or Ball or Sigma Rock. So a lot of times they'll hold those cooldowns for a res like that. So general thoughts?
Um, I hope he just like worked on not picking angles where your sniper is, because mostly, like especially like in known high ground spots, mostly where like Widow will look out for.
Right.
And for your Guardian Angel, you need to control more. I feel like you're wasting it to try to play into your team, but then you cancel. But I know like trying to play safe, but sometimes it's not necessary. You don't always need to play so safe, which is a healer, because since your healer is playing all the way back, you don't need to play with him. You need to play in between to help your tank and sustain them, because your tanks are trying to pressure and secure the point, but you're not really with them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with that, thinking about, like I said, cooldowns for your own team and the enemy team. So, Hanzo Stormbow or Ash Dynamite, those sort of things, you want to know when they have them available so you can blue beam for those especially. Doesn't mean you need to like hard block it, but yeah, like flying right in. There's a brig there. Luckily they backed off, but they can just shield bash you and then you're dead, sort of thing. So don't res just to res. Make sure you can get the res off before you go do it, because you have plenty of time. Like it takes 10 seconds for them to respawn. Just wait for a cooldown or two before you
This
go in.
not may seem necessary for what the enemy is playing, but if you use Valkyrie, never be out in the open. Never.
Yeah.
Always like try to fly between cover to cover. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And try to pressure. So, example, if your tanks are like full health, right? Need to damage boost them and make them like go more aggressive on the enemy team, right? And play behind walls. You don't need to be flying in the open. And like I said with the mercy tip, once you feel like you're winning the fight or your ultimate is almost gonna finish, you need to keep damage boosting to get some ult charge, and your healer gets some ult charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that Valk thing, like it's not that big of a deal on Switch because a lot of hit scans can't aim. But I know on Xbox, I play a decent amount of Ashe and Soldier, and I can melt Mercies through Valk pretty often. Like an Ashe takes like 3 body shots, and that's not too hard to hit, especially when they're just flying out on
Yeah,
their own. Um, and yeah, Orbit was also super jumping at the beginning, but we didn't really see it in game at all. Like at the end, third point, if they didn't have snipers or anything, you could super jump up to that high ground above the Mega and position there to help heal your back line and your tanks instead of just playing back the whole time. So things like that, yeah. Don't forget about the tanks. Don't just call them feeders because they're pushing up on their own. Like you want to be there to help them. So I think that's it though.